You're probably wondering what I'm doing here and why I'm so sweaty. Well, I ran here because I decided to quit playing video games for good because I'm terrible at them. But outside kind of sucks. I mean, it's way too hot here. So I've decided to become a pro gamer. But how? I'm going to become a speedrunner. Now, what's my goal in being a speedrunner? I want to be better than the average gamer. So, beat the average time for somebody to play a video game. What game am I going to be playing? I'm going to be playing the original Halo Combat Evolved. Alright, it's too hot out here. Let's get into it. Good morning, Master Chief. After watching that guy get killed in the cryo bay, I go talk to Captain Keys. But then I remembered, I can't talk to Captain Keys because I'm a pro gamer now, so I gotta skip the cutscene.
I don't keep it loaded, so you'll have to find ammo as you go.
From there, I basically just used the Magnum and the Plasma Pistol. The Magnum and the Plasma Pistol are probably the best weapons in the game. The Plasma Pistol is great because it has charge attacks, but you can also just spam it. The Magnum is awesome because of its scope and its high damage. Pillar of Autumn is one of the easier levels in the game, so I finished with 11 minutes and 11 seconds. This is going to be on the shorter side, as you'll see throughout the rest of the video. Alright, Mission 2 is Halo. I know most people on this first part just skip this bridge by doing a grenade jump, but I kinda suck at video games, so I didn't do this. What I did do though is blow up this Banshee with my assault rifle. Pretty awesome. A little bit more into the level, I found the Marines. Once you find the Marines, this section basically consists of going to these dropships and just killing the Covenant as they get dropped off. I've played this level a lot, so I know where they all spawn, and I can kill them relatively easy with grenades, because you can kind of just shoot them as they come into the dropship. So, I guess I am a pro gamer. After taking out all the dropships, you get to the second half of the mission, which is basically just you go around in your Warthog saving Marines.
This cave is not a natural formation.
Very insightful, Cortana. Before you can save the Marines, you gotta activate this light bridge. After that, there are 3 groups of Marines that you're supposed to save. One group's on a rock side, one's on a hill, and one is inside a structure. After saving all the Marines, that was the end of Mission 2. Mission 2 is a little bit on the longer side, and took me 31 minutes and 41 seconds. This is probably going to be around the average for most levels. Alright, Mission 3, Truth and Reconciliation. This level has 2 sections. The first section is on the ground, and the second is on the Covenant ship. Most of this first section is just sniping enemies and taking out these turrets. Mission 3 is pretty unique, because it's one of the only levels that you don't have the Magnum on. So for this entire level, you have to rely on the sniper. I know I've said the Plasma Pistol and the Magnum might be the best weapons in the game, but now I'm starting to think that the Plasma Rifle is. Here's some footage of me committing Grand Theft Turret. This will not be my last Grand Theft joke. After fighting through some of the ground areas, you reach the gravity lift. Once you reach the gravity lift, it's just a wave fight from there. I love how unique all the Covenant weapons are, like the Needler, that's so different. After killing the hunters, that's the end of the wave fight, and you get to go up the gravity lift. Inside the ship, this Marine goes, "No Covenant! I think nobody's home." But he's wrong. There's always somebody home. Now there's a wave fight inside this room. Now inside the Covenant ship, the first thing you need to do is let the Marines in this door. A very essential thing. You may be asking, why couldn't the Marines just follow the Chief through all these other doors? Well, I don't know, that's a good question. Then we make a quick stop and say hi to our friend, the Golden Elite. I wonder how he's doing. I'm sure that Marine is probably fine. After saying bye to the Golden Elite, we can finally make our way to Keys. But don't worry, we'll see the Golden Elite again. Finally, I made it to the brig and rescued Keys and the gang. Skipping the cutscene like a pro, now we just gotta get out of here. If you haven't played Halo before and you don't know who Keys or any of these other characters are, that's alright. But I really recommend that you play the game because it does have a great story even though it's really old, and it is a lot of fun. And that's Truth and Reconciliation in 34 minutes. On to the Silent Cartographer. Unlike most levels, I do know a few speedrunning tactics for this level. For example, instead of doing this beach fight and then getting the Warthog, I just turn around and get an overturned Warthog on the other side of the beach. With this new Warthog, I attempted to do a trick called Warthog Fling. Basically how this works is you drive inside the structure and then try to fling yourself through the door with the Warthog quick enough before it's supposed to lock. I tried this a ton of times, but I guess I'm just not a pro gamer because I couldn't pull it off, even though I have done it before, but it's been a while. After a bunch of failed attempts, I decided to just cut my losses and do the level the regular way. Doing it the regular way means I have to go all the way around the island and deactivate doors. This wasn't too difficult though. After deactivating the doors, I decided to go for a rocket launcher. Sweet, a rocket launcher. Now the door's unlocked, I can drive back and get inside the structure. Trick shot. Rocket launcher beats Hunter. Rocket launcher beats everything. That's a Halo 3 reference. After getting inside the structure, I started shooting, and this is actually to skip a cutscene. After this, I jumped down, and what I was supposed to do was like bounce off this ramp so I didn't die to fall damage, but I'll take it. Then I jumped down on some overshield, and then activated the map room. Now all that was left to do was fight my way to the surface. Wake up! Because the objective was so deep underground, now I have to fight my way all the way back up to the top. But I have a great strategy for this, which is try to run through everything as fast as possible. This one section with the hunters is pretty tough, but not tough enough for my rocket launcher. Hey Hunter, check this out. Grenade! Oh, hi Mr. Gold Elite. See, I told you he'd be back. That's my ride. And that's Silent Cartographer in 26 minutes and 26 seconds. Mission 5. Assault on the control room. I really like this opening cutscene because it's just like this grunt standing here and then, what? A Pelican dropship? How'd it get there? Weird. Anyways, a large part of this level is just spent running through tunnels and rooms, and they all kind of look the same, so it's pretty easy to get lost. But I've played this level a few times, so I think I have it down. Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! I love waking up grunts.
This is the future ninja. Surprise!
Wow, what a surprise! The Gold Elite, he's back! I don't know why, but I just really like Halo's elevators. Like, something about them. They're really satisfying. Anyways. This next part, you get to go outside in this really cool snowy environment. I think this is the first time in the game where you get to drive one of the Covenant vehicles, this Ghost. I didn't drive the Ghost for long though, because I had a tank, and tanks are awesome. But sadly, even though tanks are awesome, I did have to get out of it halfway through the mission. But that's okay, because I still have a rocket launcher. Grenade! Honestly, I think Halo's rocket launcher might be my favorite video game rocket launcher in all of gaming. There's a Banshee on this checkpoint, and I wouldn't really call this a speedrunning trick because anyone can pull it off, but it does skip a lot of the level if you can run fast enough and get it. If stealing a Banshee were a crime, what would it be called? Like, Grand Theft Banshee? Anyways, that's not important. This door section here is basically the last part of the level before the end of Assault on the Control Room. Oh, it's the Gold Elite again. And through this door, that's the end of Assault on the Control Room, 37 minutes. This is definitely one of the longer levels, but with a few tricks like that Banshee trick, you can cut down the time a lot. Alright, be warned, this level, Mission 6, 343 Guilty Spark, is very scary. This level actually is supposed to be just really kind of a story mission, I think. It's not really that difficult until you get to the second half. This first part here, we're just walking through this weird structure until we get revealed the Flood. So the Flood are basically just a new enemy class, but they're really zombie-like and creepy, and they can infect your allies and enemies. So yeah, it just adds a third enemy to the game, so it's very interesting. They're best taken out with shotguns, and they're a lot different from the Covenant. They mostly have rush tactics, and you can't melee them either. I know I'm skipping all the cutscenes in this video, but the cutscene in the middle of this level, where the Flood are revealed, is a really great cutscene. So, I mean, if you haven't played the game before, or are not planning on playing the game, maybe just watch the cutscenes, because it is a really great cutscene. Finished off this level with 16 minutes and just about 30 seconds. Alright, be warned, Mission 7, the Library, is the worst mission in all of Halo Combat Evolved. It's terrible. I'm gonna skip over most of it, but this level is just not fun at all.
We must collect the index before we can activate the installation.
It's terrible. Get it over with. This level really just suffers because it's basically you're just repeating the same thing over and over for 40 minutes, which is how long it took me to do this level. Alright, next up, Mission 8, 2 Betrayals. 2 Betrayals starts off and you're instantly getting barraged by these Sentinels, but I took them out with my plasma pistol, so it wasn't too bad. Here I spent like 2 minutes trying to figure out why this door wouldn't open. It's just because I wasn't pressing the panel, but anyways, now we're outside. This mission is definitely one of the longest missions in the game, and it took me the longest to do. So, yeah, it's pretty crazy. But the objective in this mission is really weird. You're supposed to take out these 3 different generators, and they're all in different locations. So, here you can see me taking out the first one. That's what the rest of them will usually look like. Hey, check this out.
That's the way to the next pen.
brah, brah, brah. The plasma rifle is such a no-skill weapon. It's so fun to just spam at all the enemies. It's another gold elite. There are also Flood in this level, which makes it pretty cool and unique from some of the earlier levels because there are Flood and Covenant in it. Also, there are these Sentinels, which are these robots, and now they're our enemy too, so that's the third enemy class. So now we have 3 enemies: the Sentinels, the Covenant, and the Flood. So it's really cool having these multi-faction battles with all of them in it. Now I'm gonna just borrow these guys' Banshees again, so I can get up to the second generator. Coming in hot! I really hope that was funny and everyone didn't just like click off the video and say like, this guy's a loser. That's weird. Anyways, that's the second generator. Cool. Alright, now I'm back in my Banshee and the only thing I have to do is get to the third generator.
Systems on the Pillar of Autumn have fail-safes even.
I was really hoping that that'd be some really cool moment in the video where it's like the cool music and I walk up and then I just died. So I guess I am pretty bad at video games. But anyways, this is the beginning of a really cool multi-faction battle on the ground. So we have the Flood and the Covenant and they fight each other. And you can kind of just walk by this because of this, but it's really cool to see the AIs just fighting each other. I mean, it is kind of weird, like no real people. But anyways, that part's really cool. And when you get up here to this platform, there are Sentinels, so that's the third enemy. Taste my shotgun, Clanka. And finally, we make it to the third generator. So, that is basically all of 2 Betrayals, and now we're finished. And 2 Betrayals took me almost 1 hour, 59 minutes, but it's a really long level, so that's alright. Next up, we have Keys. So this level is a lot like Truth and Reconciliation. So you start off on the Covenant ship, but then you jump down and you really start off on this ground section. So it's a lot like Truth and Reconciliation, how it's a ground section, and then later we'll go up a grav lift into the Covenant ship. But what's different about Truth and Reconciliation is that this level also has the Flood. So it's also like 2 Betrayals where there's multi-factions. So we got the Flood and the Covenant all in one place. But yeah, this is a really cool level, and I really like down here like the blue water, like just how it glows. I really like it. I think that even though this game is really old, I think it does a really unique art style, and I love all the bright colors. It gives it a lot of character. So after playing through this ground section for a little while, we finally make it to the section with the grav lift. I haven't really explained this mission's objective yet. The objective here is we're trying to find Captain Keys, who's also the person who we're trying to find on Truth and Reconciliation, so even another parallel. But yeah, basically we're just looking for our captain right now. Without the shotgun, I do not think I can make it through this game, because the shotgun really is so great for taking out Flood. I mean, it just can one-shot every single form, which is really convenient. After fighting through the ship, we find out that Captain Keys, the person that we've been looking for, has unfortunately been infected by the Flood. But, thankfully, we just need this thing inside his head, so that's alright. Master Chief just punches him in the face and rips his brain out. But it's cool, because we got the chip that we needed.
It's done. I have the code. We should go.
Now all we need to do is get off the ship. I don't know why this has happened, and I've never seen this before, but all the Covenant enemies are now like looking this cool silver color, and I really like it, but I hadn't seen it yet in the playthrough. I was wondering if this is like a visual glitch, or is this just part of the end of the game? I don't know. But I thought it was pretty cool. I feel like I've stolen so many Banshees, I must be on like the Covenant's most wanted list. Anyways, that's Keys in just about 33 minutes, and there was a pretty fun level. But that was actually mission 9. So now we're going on to mission 10, the Maw, which is actually the last level of Halo Combat Evolved. This mission takes place on the Pillar of Autumn, which is actually the first ship that we started the game on. The first mission is the Pillar of Autumn, so it's pretty cool that we get to go back to the same location. But now it looks pretty different because the ship's crash landed and all the Covenant and the Flood are in it, but it's pretty cool. So like this room is the same room that we talked to Captain Keyes in the first time. This time my objective is to blow up the Pillar of Autumn. So basically I'm gonna have to destroy these 4 reactors in this reactor room. Now that I'm in the reactor room, I have to blow up these 4 cylinder things.
Alert.
This is kind of a weird objective, but it is kind of fun trying to blow up these cylinders with the Flood and the robots trying to kill you at the same time. So that's 3 generators right there, and the 4th one. So now that all the generators have blown up, the ship is going to explode. So now my mission is to escape. Now this final part of the mission is really iconic. It's the Warthog run at the end of the game, and it's a pretty cool section. I recommend that you play it for yourself if you haven't already. It's a lot of fun. But while I'm finishing up this Warthog run, I just want to say that it's been a lot of fun to play Halo C and be able to edit all this, and thank you so much for watching if you made it to the end. I don't know why you would watch it this far. But anyways,
Halo. It's finished.
No. I think we're just getting started.
that's it. This is the final cutscene in Halo Combat Evolved. And we're not going to skip it, because maybe I'm not a programmer. So you're probably wondering, what was my final time? Well, my final time was around 5 hours and 45 minutes. So let's see. Did I beat the average gamer? Alright, so let's see. The average playthrough time for Halo Combat Evolved varies, but generally falls between, wait, what's that? 6 to 11 hours? I beat it! I am a pro gamer.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.